Hey guys, welcome back. Today's review is going to be on War of Destiny, The Lost Soul by Teresa Van Spankeren. And I have come to a conclusion that these authors are trying to kill me. And I do mean that because the last few books that I've read have been so emotional and so tear-jerky and need the tissues and need the Ben and Jerry. Like, this is another one of those ones, but it kind of turns around in the end. But it's still just like, reading it. But I'm gonna try not spoil too much of it for you because I want you guys to read these books. Obviously, that's why I'm telling you about them, for you guys to go out and go get them. Go to Amazon. It's a really easy, simple little thing in the corner. Press one click. A lot of people are obsessed with that, but it's perfectly fine. This story is about Julia, and she's a vampire. She's just over about 500 years old in the present day, and memories of her life, like I said, come back to her, and she decides that she's going to write it all down. Just lay everything out, just write it all down. So Julia was born in 1492, where she was lucky enough to be born into a wealthy family. And, I mean, they were well off. They had servants and a nicer house. They didn't really have to they got the nice clothes. They weren't royalty or anything like that. No lords or dukes or anything like that. But still, they were well off. And so like I said, they had servants. So, Julia gets to the age 15 and she realizes she's in love with Adam, who happens to be one of the servant's sons. But, I mean, what do you expect? She grew up with the kid. She played with him constantly. Her brother played with him until he grew up and decided, I'm not worthy enough. They're not worthy enough to be in my presence and play with them, and I'm not friends with them anymore. But she's 15. She grew up with the kid. What do you expect? You know, those little childhood crushes always wind up turning into something else, something more, always. But once her father kind of finds out that happened, he decides he's going to marry her off to the guy he wants to, at the age of 15. Like, I mean, I understand back then, people, like, died at 30, like, 15 was, like, middle-aged, whatever. I get it, that's how it was back then, but still, to just think about it now, it's just like, ew, really? But I get it. But he married her off to this man named Gregory. Boo! Seriously, read the book, you'll boo. Or probably do a lot more, but that's not even the most sucky part about is being married off to Gregory and not being able to see Adam no more. It's Gregory is a very powerful man. He's more higher up in society and ranked than her father and parents and family was. And he has a lot of pull. And the dude has a dark side, like a wicked dark side. He can be cruel and mean and a lot of other things that I want to say right now, but I can't. So, like, besides not being able to be with the person she wants, she also is with this monster of a guy. I'm just going to put it plainly like that. And after one day things get pretty bad at her home, she decides she's going to go back to her parents' house and tell her she wants out of the marriage. She doesn't want to do it anymore. She can't. And she got a chair thrown at her. She gets yelled at. She gets called a disgrace. So she just winds up realizing that she's going to have to just deal with this all on her own. The only person she had was her sister, but after a while, her sister winds up getting married, and then, so it was her sister and her brother-in-law who tried to help her, but after a while, she realized that they could really get hurt with what's going on, and she doesn't want that, so she kind of tries to bear it all herself, so she kind of pushes them away and closes them out from her life. And, which is really sweet, but come on, you need somebody, you can't, no. But after a night of what I would call the worst thing any woman could ever go through, like, ever. Like, this is one of the parts where, like, it just ripped my heart out and left me curled up in a little ball and just crying, like, after all this. Even think about it now, like, my chest just hurts, but after she goes through the worst thing ever in her whole entire life. I mean, she went through some pretty wicked, nasty things, but this was by far the worst thing. She gets put in a room, locked in there, and she hears something, and someone's up kind of in the window, and it is a stranger, and his name is Samuel, and he offers to help her, which only seems like it could be a miracle, but he offers to help her, and it turns out that he is a vampire. And in my opinion, it's going to change her life for the better. And I obviously kind of get the fact that she got turned into a vampire, but what happens from there on, I'm not going to ruin that for you. You guys are just going to have to go get the book yourself and see what it is all about. This is where I sign off for the day. If there is another book in the series, I will find out for you guys. So, have a great day. Read a good book. I know I will. Bye.